networking equals building priceless business relationships. Okay, building. Okay, you're not going to build the relationship as powerfully as it can be today. You can start. You should, I shouldn't say should. You have the opportunity to start, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to. Have you ever met somebody and had a great first connection with them and then never saw them again? Yeah, we all have. But we also could have built on that relationship. We could have taken that opportunity, learned something about them, and then said, hey, I'm here for you, and I'm going to start proving it to you. When can you start serving someone? We talk a lot about customer service. Customer service is a big word. But how soon can you serve somebody? I'll tell you, as soon as you meet them. As soon as you meet them. Here's some ways we can do that. The top 10 benefits of networking. And when I put these, I'm not only putting these for you to try to entice you or to encourage you to say, hey, now I'm going to start doing more of it, or wow, I'm in this moment, because Ekos is just filled this room with, world-class professionals. I'm also saying these are the top 10 things you can give the other person to help them see you as somebody they can connect with. Number one benefit, it's coming. Friendship and support. Friendship and support. Now, the reason I put that one first is because who in this room can't be a friend? Who in this room can't lend support? We all can. It's an option. It's a choice. Listening, caring, asking questions. All these things make that person attracted to you. There's no other way to say it. When I say, well, there is, but I'm not going to say it a different way. Attracted to you. And I don't mean attracted to you like, ooh la la, I want to smooch you. I mean, ooh la la, I want to alter my life to include you. I said that one time, that we are in the business. If you're in business, if you're at events like this, that really you have the opportunity to alter someone's life. I said that to a group several years ago, and this gentleman was smack dab in front of me. He got red in the face, and he started shaking his head. And I took a pause, and I looked at him, and I said, sir, I think you disagreed with something I just said. He said, I do. I disagree. I am not out there to alter anybody's life. I just want to make their lives better. Is better altering? Yes. See, business is all about altering people's lives. Please alter my life. Please sell me something. Sell me something that's going to make my life better. Number two, second big benefit of networking, advice and access to different points of view. Number three, new career paths, employment opportunities. There's a little more to that. And business opportunities. So oftentimes, we get a little nugget that pushes us into a whole nother arena based on somebody else's information. They tell us about the event. I'm sure there's people in this room that found out about this event from somebody, right? They didn't just read it in the magazine. Somebody read it in the magazine and then said, hey, I'm going to this thing you want to go do, right? Well, that's the benefit of networking. Number four, referrals and introductions to professionals and quality prospects. Man, and that's in the U.S. we call that strategic alliances. Having somebody that you know that believes in you and trusts you and refers business to you. But they don't refer business to you for you. They refer business to you for the other person because they believe you rock and can help them. You see the difference? I'd much rather somebody refer me business because they think I can help them rather than them trying to help me. They connect with that? Number five, that is all in Spanish. I have no idea what that says. That's the funniest laugh I'm going to give? No, there it is. Important information. Market, organizational shifts, upcoming events, etc. Number six, promotions and lateral moves. Networking within your own organization, and that's key. It's really tough for you to get a promotion if nobody knows who you are. And the more that we connect with people, the more that we are there for them and ask them, it's little stuff, even asking them about their weekend, or because, hey, I heard you were going to the thing. Did that work out well? All those little things count. All that stuff counts. People want to feel like they matter. You do too. We all do. There's so much about the human condition that is universal. Number 7. Siete. Oh, please. Ocho. Siete. Unique sales ideas from sales professionals in other fields, right? What else is great is, why can't we connect with other sales professionals that are in a totally different field, and they can tell us what's rocking for them? And we can say, hey, that sounds cool. I'm going to try that too. Right? All these things lead, to us to word number 10. Nobody's going to be surprised about what number 10 is. But number 8 is introductions to quality vendors and resources. Ben Franklin, that old guy who helped with the Declaration of Independence, he woke up and said, yeah, that sounds good. So he said, penny saved is a penny earned. Right? Everybody's heard that. It's a cliche now, but it's also really true. So if you can get a buddy who actually helps you save money with a vendor, says, hey, my vendor has a much better deal. Is that not making money? A penny saved is a penny earned, right? Number 9, advocates it's English. Advocates within related organizations and industries. Somebody who's got your back. And number 10, more sales. 1 through 9 lead to 10. Okay? But if we try to start with number 10, we're going to push people away. If the first thing we do is try to sell people vinyl siding, we're going to shut it down. It takes a series of progress-based impressions to go from met to net. Said another way, building priceless business relationships takes patience and persistence. It takes patience and persistence. And those are 2 things that are tough. We live in this instantaneous society. We want it now. I'll Google that thing. I'll go and pick it up at Burger King and crepes and waffles. We don't have that in the U.S. Crepes and waffles. I have to go by and get me some of that. It's not even waffles. It's, what do you say it in Spanish? Yeah, that. Okay, now I'm going to get to the code. In English, it was code. C-O-D-E. It was an acronym that helped, really me, remember what to say next. But it also, what basically happened was, when I first did the research for cracking the networking code, I got tons and tons and tons of tips. And then I said, you know what, I don't know how to speak on this. How do you speak on just all these tips? So I said, I'm going to compartmentalize them. I'm going to only put in the book, only put in my presentation, if it fits into a category. I didn't have just 4. I'd put them into these different categories, and then I'd try to consolidate them. And I got down to 4 key steps to building priceless business relationships. And it was very nice because it fit the word code. Well, it didn't work in Spanish. But guess what does? Cada. Each. Which is also a very useful word to understand, because it's each person you connect with that can lead to that next who knows what. So each LinkedIn connection, each firm handshake, each business card you receive and also know something about that person that you can build on. Cada. All right? How about that? Was that fun? I was able to spin that, me and my translator. All right, so there's the C. The C stands for, in English, create personal curb appeal. Create personal curb appeal. Now, here's what curb appeal is. If you're in the real estate market, you're selling buildings, houses, and stuff, you know what curb appeal is. It's how does that building, how does that house look from the street? Well, I'm not saying just curb appeal. I'm saying personal curb appeal. The most important point in successful networking is how you feel about you. How you feel about you as a person, how you feel about your business, how you feel about your products and services, how you feel about your customer service initiatives down the road. Do you really think that when you step out and connect with someone that you're going to be able to be progress for them? Because if you don't, it's going to be really hard to connect with them because they're going to feel that. The first person who has to believe in you is you. Right with me? Give me one C. Is everybody with me? All right. I'll take it. This is one. That's it. I'm not going to make you do it again. But that was fun. Okay, now say it. No, I'm just messing. Okay. So let's dig a little further into that. Creating personal curb appeal. You feeling great about you. And I said it earlier before. We want to be in relationships with successful people. Well, guess what they want? They want to be in relationships with successful people. We can't go into networking moments looking for success. Again, let me say it again. We can't go into networking moments looking for success. We have to take success with us into that moment. Okay? Because that person wants to feel that if they're going to alter their life to include us, if they're going to get to know us, that they're going to, get those 6 P's: pleasure, peace of mind, profit, prestige, pain avoidance, and power. Now, when I say pleasure, I don't necessarily mean that like if I like you and I do something for you, does that bring me pleasure? Yeah. So it's not all this selfish, so hey, this person makes me laugh and stuff, but I like you, and then I hook you up with something that's cool, and and it benefits you, then I go, man, I feel good that I did that. That brings me pleasure. Okay? So the C is create personal curb appeal. You got to feel great about you, your products, your company, and what you're rolling with. Okay? An easy statement in that situation is to be positive even in bad situations. Now, is that sometimes hard to do? You bet. If it's such a bad situation, if you really are down in the dumps, don't network. Stay home. Have you ever gone to a networking function and, well, I don't know, do y'all have Winnie the Pooh in Ecuador? Where you met Eeyore? And you met him, and you're like, how are you? You're like, you're like, I'll see you later. Right? We want to, and I'm not talking about fake, hey, yeah, how you doing? I'm just talking about authentic, I'll be feeling good about yourself, right? Have you ever gone to a networking event where somebody seemed like they were desperate for lunch money? Right? Where you met them, and you're like, oh, wow, we really got to, get together and help you, because you know. Or have you ever met somebody at a networking event and you're like, did you know you were coming today? Did you have a flat tire and just show up? You don't look like you really, are going to make the most of this opportunity. Now, that's one thing you guys all have. I checked y'all out. Y'all look great. You have a good opportunity to make a good impression. Right? But does that mean you're going to do it? Maybe from afar, right? Oh, yeah. But that didn't cut it. It's cool. You can go, hey, that person thought I would look good. But it's not the same. There's a little quote from a master poet who loves a lot, forgives a lot. And what that means, and the reason I put that in this presentation, is that if we're going to build priceless business relationships, we can't judge people too quickly. Okay? We got to let things build. They're trying to build a priceless business relationship with us, so they're trying to make progress-based impressions on us. We're also trying to make progress-based impressions on them. If they end up not making, if they flub up or something, and if we believe that it's worth it, cut them some slack, give them a break. Those who love a lot, and maybe love is a big word, but it's really true. The people that, and I know that you have clients that, I'm not saying, I'm not saying you'd put a ring on their finger or anything. But I am saying that you'd spend all night working out something problem for them on it, right? I think this is the last one and all that. All time spent angry is lost time being happy. So oftentimes, it's very difficult to have that personal curb appeal when we're holding on to past negative things that have happened. Whether that's in our business and our things.